Coming up next, I'm going to be playing Jeopardy Deluxe Edition for the Super NES with my cousin Allie.
Jeopardy!
Taking on Liz and Jim. Let's do this. Here are the categories for the Jeopardy round. U.S. government, medicine, geographic records, starts with J in quotation marks, mythology, and finally, famous Georges. These are good categories. We'll start with famous Georges for 100.
The answer is...
He was the first actor to refuse an Oscar. Who was George C. Scott? Georges for 200.
The answer is...
Famous filmmaker who admits American Graffiti was based on the coming of age in Modesto, California. Who is George Lucas? Famous Georges for 300.
The answer is...
2 days before leaving office, Ronald Reagan was given this man's sweater as a parting gift. Who is George Gipp? Famous Georges for 400.
The answer is...
He was a fencing instructor long before he joined the A-Team. Who is George Peppard? And I will try famous Georges for 500.
The answer is...
Lonesome comic who beat Walt Disney for the 1954 Outstanding New Personality Emmy. Who's George Gobel? Alright. Let's try geographic world records for 100.
The answer is...
The longest land gorge in the world is this one in Arizona. What is the Grand Canyon? Geographic world records for 200.
The answer is...
The deepest part of the oceans of the world is the Mariana Trench in this ocean. What's the Pacific? Geographic world records for 300.
The answer is.
Some say it's the world's largest island. I'll agree. It's the smallest continent. What is Australia, mate? World records for 400.
The answer is.
This Asian lake is the world's deepest. What is, Lake Baikal? World records for 500.
The answer is.
Though about 19 miles from the sea, this city in the Netherlands is the world's busiest seaport. What is Rotterdam? Yes, I got it. I will this time go with, starts with J for 100.
The answer is.
You can do it to your memory or down a street. What is jog? J for 2.
The answer is.
A common saying describes these birds as naked. No wonder they're blue. What is a jaybird? Starts with J for 300.
The answer is.
The Knesset meets in this city. What is Jerusalem? Starts with J for 4.
The answer is.
Judo was developed from the Japanese method of unarmed combat. What is jujitsu? Let's try. Starts with J for 500.
The answer is.
Meaning Merry Festival is called the fastest ball game in the world. What is Highlight? I got it. Now we can do U.S. government for 100.
The answer is.
This state has the most electoral votes. Liz, what is California? Uh-huh. Where we go next, Liz? Medicine for 100.
The answer is.
This contagious illness, also known as varicella, attacks children, not poultry. Jim, do you know this one? Chicken pox. Uh-huh. Where we go next, Jim? U.S. government for 200.
The answer is.
Though some presidents never received advanced degrees, they all passed this college. What is Electoral College? Okay. Government for 300.
The answer is.
In 1967, the Coast Guard transferred from the Treasury Department to this new cabinet department. What is transportation? All right. Government for 500 this time.
The answer is.
When nominated to the Supreme Court in 1987, R. Bork and D. Ginsburg were serving on this court. What is the U.S. Court of Appeals? All right. I shall do U.S. government for 400.
The answer is.
The Statue of Liberty and Lincoln Memorial are all administered by this branch of the Interior Department. Liz, you know this one? You might know this one, Liz. National Park Service. Uh-huh. What's next, Liz? Where are we going next, Liz? Looks like we're going to medicine for 200.
The answer is.
Though the Salk vaccine can help prevent this disease, no drug has been found that will cure it. What is polio? Let's try medicine for 300.
The answer is.
Labyrinthitis is an inflammation of the inner part of one of these. What are ears? Okay. Medicine for 500.
The answer is.
You can get this disease, also called hydrophobia, by breathing in a cave full of infested bats. What are rabies? Oh, I'm on a roll. How about we try medicine for 4?
The answer is.
After this couple discovered radium in 1898, it was widely used to treat cancer. Who were the Curies? Kaboom! Alright, let's try mythology for 100.
The answer is.
At the end of their story, Psyche and this cute Roman love god lived happily ever after. Who is Cupid? Mythology for 200.
The answer is.
In his infancy, this symbol of strength strangled 2 serpents sent by Hera. Who is Hercules? Mythology for 300.
The answer is.
The Sophocles heroine was willed up in a cave as punishment for burying her brother's body. Who's Antigone? Mythology for 400. Oh, it's the Daily Double! I'm going to wager... I'll wager 1,000. Menelaus, husband of Helen of Troy, was king of this Greek city-state. What is... what is... Sparta? Kaboom! And now the last clue.
The answer is
Castor and Pollux were mothered by Leda and feathered by Jupiter, disguised as this bird. What is a swan? All right. Now we're moving on to Double Jeopardy. Categories for the Jeopardy round are Double Jeopardy round, excuse me. Fictional characters, the 20th century, animals, grammar, excuse me there, Napoleon, and finally, musical numbers. All right, where are we going first? Animals for 200. And Jim finds the Daily Double. Pet owners may buy Oogs. Dogs and cats have a special collar to protect them from these fleas and these arachnids. Jim has no idea, so he's going to drop down to minus 900. Correct answer is, what are ticks? Fictional characters for 200.
the answer is
The Spitz is Buck's arch rival, and Buck eventually kills him in this Jack London novel. What is called the Wild? Fictional characters for 400.
the answer is
When he lived in Lilliput, the natives gave him meat and drank enough for 1,728 of their own people. Who is Lemuel Gulliver? Fictional characters for 6.
the answer is
Jake Barnes is the hero in Love with Lady Brett Ashley in his Hemingway tale. What is The Sun Also Rises? All right. Fictional characters for 800.
the answer is
Tom Jones was raised by Mr. Allworthy, who was actually this relative of Tom's. What is Uncle? And I'll take Fictional characters for a grand.
The answer is
Elizabeth Bennet, heroine of this novel, was her father's favorite among 5 daughters. What is Pride and Prejudice? All right. How about we try animals for 400?
the answer is
This animal color changes come from changing light, emotion, and temperature, not background. What's a chameleon? Animals for 6.
the answer is
Bookworms and pinworms are classified as these, from the Greek nema, meaning thread. What are nematodes? Animals for a grand?
the answer is
The hornet toad isn't really a toad. It's one of these. What is, What is a lizard? Oops. There. Animals for 8.
the answer is
When they're adolescents, their salamanders are called efts. Liz? Oh, she has no clue. Haha. Jim, can you get out of the hole? Newts. Liz and Jim are still in the hole. But hopefully they'll have a chance to get out of the hole. Napoleon for 200.
the answer is
Island on which Carlo and Letizia Bonaparte changed Napoleon's nappies. What is Corsica? Napoleon for 400.
the answer is
Though the cause of death is uncertain, we do know Napoleon died on this island. What is St. Helena? Napoleon for 6.
the answer is
Napoleon kept Louis XVIII out of power this many days. What is 100? Napoleon for 8.
the answer is
Napoleon assembled the Grande Army in Boulogne, threatening to invade this country. What is England? All right, let's go with Napoleon for a grand.
the answer is
Even though Napoleon divorced her, Josephine got to keep this rank. What is Empress? Kaboom. Let's try musical numbers for 200.
The answer is
Number of strings on a mandolin is 2 more than on the guitar. Liz. 8. Uh-huh. Where we go next, Liz? Still in the hole? How weird. Musical numbers for 400.
the answer is
In musical notation, there are this many horizontal lines on a staff. What is 5? Musical numbers for 6.
the answer is
Minimum number of notes in a chord. What is 3? How about musical numbers for a grand? Oh, it's the Daily Double! OMG. I think I'm going to wager... Let's do 12,000. Number of different letters of the alphabet we use to denote notes. What is 7? Kaboom! How about we do musical numbers for 800?
the answer is
Number of flags on the stem of a 16th note. Liz, can you get out of the hole? No, she can't. If Liz and Jim are still in the hole, they're not going to be around for Final Jeopardy. Jim, this is your chance to get out of the hole. 2. So Jim is out of the hole. Liz better get some clues right if she wants to be around for Final Jeopardy. Where are we going, Jim? 20th century for 200.
the answer is
U.S. delegates signed this organization charter on June 26, 1945. It's your chance to get out of the hole, Liz. What is the United Nations? And yes, that's correct. Where we go next, Liz? '20th century for 400.
the answer is
His one and only flight into space lasted 4 hours, 55 minutes, and consisted of 3 orbits. Who is John Glenn? '20th century for 6.
the answer is
By 1981, this Eastern European Union, led by an electrician, had around 10 million members. What is solidarity? How about we try 20th century for a grand?
the answer is
The top secret study of U.S. involvement in Vietnam, published by the New York Times in 1971. What are the Pentagon Papers? Boom. I'll take 20th century for 8.
the answer is
This is Liz's chance to get out of the hole. In 1978, Mao, who ran China since 1949, and this man who ran Chicago in 1955, since 1955, both died. Liz, If you keep getting all these clues wrong, you're not going to be around for Final Jeopardy. Let's see if Jim knows this one. Better get it right, otherwise you're not going to be around for Final Jeopardy, Jim. Oh! Jim, if you and Liz keep getting these clues wrong, you're not going to be around for Final Jeopardy. Huh. What was the correct response? Richard Daly. That's who it was. They didn't even have an idea. Grammar for 200.
The answer is.
It's also called the interrogation mark. What is the question mark? Grammar for 4. If Liz and Jim want to be around for Final Jeopardy, they gotta keep getting these right. The shortest personal pronoun in the English language. What's I? Grammar for 6.
The answer is.
It's the preposition in the following. Alex walked under the ladder. Prefix, excuse me. What is under? Grammar for 8.
The answer is.
This punctuation mark is most frequently used after the salutation in a business letter. What is colon? So if Allie gets this last clue right, she'll be the only player around for Final Jeopardy.
The answer is.
It has more uses than any other punctuation mark. Okay, what is comma? Well, with 35,000, Alice is the only player around for Final Jeopardy. Liz and Jim, you're going home. Here is the category for Final Jeopardy. Football. That's the category for Final Jeopardy. Okay. I think I'm going to wager $20,000. That'll put Allie at $55,000 if she's right. In the 1920s, Grantland Rice called this college's backfield the Four Horsemen. What is Notre Dame?
Final Jeopardy answer is.
Is it Notre Dame? Yes, it is. So we're right. And since Allie was the only player around for Final Jeopardy, she got it right and wins the game with $55,000. See you for my next guest gameplay, guys.